That's right, brothers and sisters, you heard it correctly. Tonight, the Black Youth Killer, the Wayne Williams story, the Atlanta child murders. Brothers and sisters, on the search effort, we are focusing on local, national, and international awareness of those who have gone missing, those who have been victims of stalking, kidnapping. We bring awareness because this is something that is very crucial, and not all the time do our people get the recognition that they need on a national level when it comes to those who go missing in our communities. So that's what we're doing this evening, brothers and sisters. And every other Wednesday, we are bringing attention to past, present, and hopefully, I don't want to say future, but past and present situations going on in our communities that involve, cold cases and homicides and disappearances and kidnappings and even serial killers. We don't want to get caught up in the stereotype believing that only so-called white people, are serial killers. So this evening, we're going to take a step back in time to 1979 to 1981. And that's what this is about this evening. But before we get into that, my brothers and sisters, check this out. I know that some of you are listening for the first time, so let me explain to you what the Sister Speak Show is about. The Sister Speak Show consists of 6 segments. That includes the platform, coming to the stage, the search effort, the culture climate, the tour, and the laugh line. And within those segments, my brothers and sisters, you can catch special guest interviews, live performances, in-studio interviews, and live on-location reports. The special guests who will be on the Sister Speak Show are dynamic. And not only that, they are impacting the communities with their passions. The Sister Speak Show is a talk show that will keep your mind, soul, informed, energized, and encouraged. A cultural renaissance platform that influences a climate that is conducive to who you are and who you should be. No reckless entertainment, just responsible listening, nourishment. My brothers and sisters, we don't go dumb on the Sister Speak Show. We go wisdom. And with that being said, let's dive into it. So on tonight's show, Wayne Williams. Now let me just give you a brief history about where I was when Wayne Williams came on the scene. I was living in Georgia, and Forest Park, Georgia to be exact. And I remember watching this movie called The Atlanta Child Murders. And I was absolutely terrified, even though I was young. My mother was terrified. Everybody was terrified. Why? Because, young boys and young girls were being killed. And not only that, it was an uproar, whether it was the Ku Klux Klan or whether it was, one of us, what was going on. And at an alarming rate, it just seemed like every other day there was someone going missing and ending up dead. And it was tragic, it was tragic. So my mother got my brother out of Atlanta during that time because she did not want him to be a victim. But not everybody was able to escape, my brothers and sisters, the horrifying situations that were manifesting at an alarming rate. Who was killing the Atlanta children? Who was behind the murders of the Black youth in Atlanta? And to find the bodies, to know that you have sent your child to the store and it's been 2 hours since they've returned. And then the next day to find out that your baby didn't make it. Who's killing my child? What happened to my child? What's going on with my child? You understand what I'm saying to you? So let me give you a brief history before we get into the documentary about Wayne Williams. It was frightening, my brothers and sisters. Kidnapping is not a joke. Disappearing is not a joke. Killing, no matter who you are, at what age you become a victim, it's not a joke. But somebody was killing the Atlanta youth. Somebody was preying upon the black youth in between 1979 to 1981. But you know what? That's still going on today, correct? The preying upon our youth, am I right? But not only is it outsiders, oppressors, but then it's our own. And that's what this is about tonight. Was it our own? Was Wayne Williams a brother guilty of the Atlanta child murders? Not only one, not only two, but was he responsible for all 28? People said they had seen his car here. They had seen the station wagon there. Hair fibers, all the forensics. But imagine this, that in 1979, the forensic labs were not up to date like they are today. Technology was not what it is today then. So you had to go on what you had accessible to your hands then. It was more really about brain power than, leaving it to a computer and a petri dish and a microscope. But then it was all the racial tension, the tribal tension that was going on. People were not letting their children outside. It was not safe to go to the store. You had to go in packs. It was, and not only that, a curfew was implemented. Why? Because the effort to keep the Atlanta youth safe from whomever was killing them was executed and was supposed to, the objective of the execution of this curfew was to keep the youth safe. But not all were safe. And who was making that possible? Was it the KKK, notorious for barbecuing our people, hanging our people, killing our people? And when I say barbecuing, my brothers and sisters, understand this, pause. Understand this. The term barbecue originated from the hanging, impaling, mounting of our brothers and sisters and burning them alive and having a audience of hate mongers